And we're live. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? What's up, Gen X? What's up, Beam them up, Scott's B? I don't know how to say that. Beam up, Scott's B. I'm not buying $1 over MSRP. We'll wait however long. Man, today, let me tell you the truth. I've been watching, of course, all these 5090 videos. And I was thinking, there's something we are not doing right here in the channel because, yes, we're getting a lot of views. I think the channel is going fantastic. I mean, live stream we did has almost 4,000 views. That's crazy. That's amazing. And I really appreciate this community, but there's something I'm not doing right when I see so many YouTube channels getting 5090s. And I think the problem is, of course, I never do advertisements for any company. And trust me, there's a lot of companies that reach out to me. I don't know how they get my email. I don't know. Of course, some of them might be a scam or something. But these companies reaching out to me is with products that have nothing to do with the things that I talk about. If any company reaches out to me with a monitor, a GPU, a RAM, a case, I mean, something that's related with gaming or the things that we talk about, I'll be so happy to, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. Let me review your product, see what's going on. But yeah, I don't know where should I, reach out to these companies because, man, I was a little bit, I'll be honest, I was a little bit envious when I see the 5090s like everywhere on YouTube. And the problem is gonna be you're not gonna be able to buy it. So it's gonna be available on YouTube exclusively. So I'm like, well, I'm a YouTuber. Send one to me. I will pay for it. ASUS, GIGABYTE, MSI. I don't care. All the 5090s are gonna be good. I don't care which one it is. I would pay for it. I'm not asking to get a review sample that's for free. I don't care. I'm gonna buy it anyways. The thing is, based on the rumors and the leaks, it seems like, especially the 5090, is gonna be a paper lunch. Like you're gonna have like one or two available in the store, if any, and those are gone by the time you go in. Like, how that goes. So, man, I am not taking advantage of this channel to at least get a product that I would actually even pay for it, because I should be able to get one with the views that we're getting on the channel easily. I've seen so many channels getting 5090s, man. It's not like only Linus and the big dogs. Channels with similar views and subscribers getting 5090s, which is crazy. Is awesome. So it seems like Nvidia is just sending them out. Send one to me. I'll pay for it. I don't care if it's free or not, whatever. 5090 is for YouTube benchmarkers only. And of course, that's the thing. So when I'm thinking, does this channel deserve a 5090? No, of course not. Why? Because I never do, I've never done any reviews. I've never, I only have one GPU. That's not what I do. And honestly, I wouldn't like to just start getting GPUs and review and all of that, because I mean, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's just swapping GPUs and recording benchmarking, and that's, I want a 5090 and that's it. I don't want to create like a partnership with any of these companies and they start sending me, 5080, the 5070, and I have to make a video comparing them and the temperatures and all of that. I'm not interested on that, honestly. So yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, we don't. I don't think we deserve it. But will they benefit if they send me a 5090? Absolutely, guarantee a viral video. I'm gonna go crazy with that 5090. So I think they would definitely, any of these companies would definitely benefit, because I think I'm gonna make like 100 videos at least with that 5090, and I'm gonna go crazy with it. But yeah, I don't think we. It's not that we deserve it, because that's not the content that we do here. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be for YouTube benchmarkers only, man. So say I'm buying a 5090, no matter the cost. Well, here's the thing. For me, it does matter the cost. I'm telling you, I go to Micro Center, wait the whole night, no sleeping. I go in, and it is $2,500, and I'm buying it. But more than that, no. That's like my absolute maximum. I'm not paying more than that. I think that's, yeah, I cannot do it. Just way too much. But yeah, I know MSRP, like I know 2000 is gonna be it's gonna be almost impossible. And Micro Center is not going to have the Founders Edition. I think Best Buy will have it, but Best Buy will sell them out online immediately, most likely. Yeah, 59 is yours. I might do like a shirt. 59 is mine. Go in line in Micro Center. People who buy over MSRP are the reason companies keep raising prices. Yeah, and the thing is, we're not talking about $100 over MSRP. Talking about $1,000 plus, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I don't think they do not have stocks to create that, because it doesn't make sense. Why? I mean, they're just going to sell them out. I think they do whatever they can, and the demand is greater than the supply. But I don't think they do it on purpose. Like, oh, we could make 1,000 GPUs. Now we're just gonna make 50. So, I don't think that makes any sense. Si consigue uno, me vende. Saluda a todos. He says, if you get one, can you sell it to me? Hi, everyone. Yeah, man. Wait for 9050, and you can beat it. I don't know about that. You have to chill to break into the scene as well. Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's definitely gonna be a problem. Like if I contact any company, they check out my videos, they're gonna be like, okay, well, this guy is going to find something that he doesn't like. But here's the thing. Yes, I am very meticulous. And if I pay $2,000 and there's one thing that is kind of bent or crooked or something, I'm going crazy. I'm like, this is trash. So of course we have to be fair, and I would definitely be fair if I get a review sample. But the other thing is, if I ever get something for free, like a monitor or something for review, and they are paying me for a sponsored video or something, I would tell you, this is a sponsored video. Like, I am getting paid, and I am only going to talk about the good things. This is a sponsored video, it's not a review. And if it is a review and I am getting a free sample or something, I will make very clear that I can try my best to, tell you all the details, that I see everything. But obviously, it is obvious, if I get a free product for review that is 100% going to influence how I'm going to do that video and what I'm going to tell you. Obviously, because I have at least the responsibility of being fair. You know, it's completely different. If I buy the product with my own money and I don't like it, I'm going to completely trash the product and tell you this is absolute garbage. Now, if they send me something that is absolute garbage, I would send it back and say, hey, you know, I cannot say anything good about this. This is trash. Just take it. I wouldn't even use it myself. So, and I wouldn't even make a video. So that's how it goes, the way I see it. But yeah, I have to learn where is that I have to send the email or something to these companies, because I have no clue, honestly. And I should be getting something. At this point, there are some products that I would like to get for review that I would not buy necessarily for myself. And like, you know, for example, some monitors and stuff, because yeah, the monitor can be 480 hertz, but it's a small screen. I'm still gonna play on my big TV. It's not even close. So, but I would like to get it for review, definitely. But I would not buy it myself. The 5090, I would definitely buy it myself. So if you start cheating on products, you get blackballed. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes. But again, I think the most important thing is to be fair. And that's what you can expect from me. If I get a product for review, I'm going to be fair. And I'm not going to come here and trash the product. But if the product is trash, then I don't do the video. Because what I'm not going to do is to try to, you know, invent, you know, the benefits or something. It's like, no. If I don't have anything good to say, I'm not going to do the video if I'm getting it for free. If I buy it myself, yeah, I'm making that video. So that's the difference, I think. But definitely, there's no denying. For example, I get a 5090 right now. Let's say MSI sends me a 5090 and I pay for it. Still, you know, that was a favor that I received. Even when I pay for it, it will be different than if I buy it myself. If I just think about this, there's a big difference between MSI, ASUS, GIGABYTE, one of these companies. There's a huge difference on them sending me the product, even if I pay for it. There's a huge difference between that and me going to Micro Center on the 29, not sleeping at all, with freezing temperatures, and then going into the store like crazy to fight for my 5090. And then I come back home. There's a huge difference. It's not even close. You know, the level of scrutiny that GPU is going to get from me is absurd. I'm going to look at it, every single particle, every single inch. I don't want, for example, I see the packaging of the Founders Edition 5090, and I'm like, no, eco-friendly, a $2,000 GPU for gaming, eco-friendly. What kind of crap is that? I'm not paying $2,000 for you to send me an eco-friendly box. No way. I want impressive packaging. I know it doesn't really matter for the performance, but still, it feels like, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's completely different. But of course, if NVIDIA sends me the Founders Edition, I'm not gonna come here and complain with the eco-friendly package. Yeah, I might mention it. I might be like, okay, well, I much rather have the, let's say, the 4090 packaging. I think it was nicer. I would prefer if this was, you know, if it was feeling more premium, more, you know, with more colors and more stuff. But it's okay. You know, at the end of the day, it's the packaging. So you see the difference? If they send it to me, I'm like, okay, packaging is not important. Yeah, eco-friendly. I would prefer this to be more impressive, but not the end of the world. But if I buy it myself, I'm hammering on that eco-friendly packaging like crazy. So that's the difference. And I think that's obvious. The funniest thing on YouTube are all those fake performance comparison videos. Other than that, there are only boring unboxing videos. Well, for performance, there's no way I'm turning on frame generation, of course. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm gonna show you the frame rate I'm getting on the 59. That's for sure. I would show you, of course, for me, show you the temperature. Like, if I get any increase in performance, these GPUs come with a pre-overclocking, like one click. So I would tell you, okay, this is the performance increase that I get when I do that. This is the power consumption, the temperature, but of course, but I'm not Gamers Nexus to go, in depth. I think the most valuable feedback that I can offer you is, does it make any difference? Does it make sense going from something like this, the GPU that I have right now, this 3080? Does it make sense jumping from this GPU or something similar to the 5090 if you have one of these big OLED TVs? That's the most valuable feedback that I can give you. I can also tell you if the 5090 is meeting my expectations, what I want to do with that GPU. I can tell you exactly, okay, well, yes, I can get more pixels, but this is not, it's still not perfect. This is not what I was thinking. Or maybe I would tell you, wow, this is absolutely amazing. All the games now look like razor sharp, absolutely perfect. Like, I can basically fix all the blurriness and performance issues that we have. That's the feedback that I can give you. And of course, I think it is also important, the emotion, what I'm gonna feel when I get that 5090, bro. It's a dream. Okay, it's different. What's up, PS5 Pro? Hope you week is going great. Been loving the content lately. Thank you. I'm gonna. I got Saturday my 4070 Super. Is great. I do miss PS5 Pro. I do not miss PS5 Pro at all. Well, of course. I mean, that's a much powerful, gaming setup. But I think the most important thing with PC gaming is the ability to change things. Disable chromatic aberration. Turning this off, that's forced on the game, and you cannot do that on the PS5. That's gonna be the biggest difference. So even if you get a PC that's similar to a PS5 in specs, I think it's still better for in that side. But of course, there's a lot more of not actually playing the games and more like changing settings. There's no question about that. I'm scalping double the price. Good money. Yeah, that's the thing. Can you imagine? I wait all night. I am the first one in line at Micro Center. I go into a store, there's only one 5090, and I buy that. And when I go out the store, people are like, beating on me. People are like, I'll give you $5,000 right now. And let me tell you, where I live, there are a lot of rich people. How do I know that? The houses, the cars that they are driving. I would not be surprised if I go out the store with my 5090 and someone tells me, I'll give you $6,000 right now for that GPU. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? That's a tough one, let me tell you. Especially if I had to sleep. If I couldn't even sleep the whole night, freezing temperatures, like crazy, all the weight and the excitement. But that's a tough one. That's that's tough, man. That is tough. So I think I would say no, but that's going to hurt. That's gonna hurt. The Astral is 2,800. Holy, is that confirmed or is that a rumor? Yeah, that's just too much, man. I think 500 over is maximum. More than that is, I don't think makes any sense. Because the performance is not going to be, yeah, it's gonna run cooler and you can increase it a little bit more, but I don't think that's gonna give you. We're talking about 10 frames more or something like that. It's not going to. That's not gonna be worth that money. MSI Vanguard 5090 2380. Let's see, what is that? I mean, where are you guys getting those numbers? Wait a minute. MSI, let me see, what is that? Which one is that? MSI Vanguard. Okay, let's see that one. Launch edition. Oh, but this is a 5080. Let's see the 5090. 5090 MSI Vanguard. Okay, here it is. Oh, it looks amazing. Yeah, they are all good, man. They are all good. That's good. I would buy for that price. I'm not gonna be very happy, but yeah, I would pay that. But not this 2,800 now. That's just way just too much. Do you think the 5080 will be able to fully utilize 4K 240 hertz with DLSS and multi-frame generation? Yes, I'm considering downgrading from an LG C3 42 inches to a LG 32 inch. No, man, don't do that. I mean, yeah, the 58 is gonna give you that, because think about this. You have frame generation 4x. The 5080, I mean, even the 5070 can do that, because to get 60 FPS on any of these GPUs, that's a joke. I can get 60 FPS right now with all the games on this GPU, this 3080. I can get 60 FPS, not a problem. So yeah, and especially if you use DLSS, balance or something like that. So you will definitely get that performance. Now, downgrading the size, that's the problem. I much rather play on that 42-inch C3 than lowering the size, honestly. But yeah, it's gonna look much better in motion. No question about that. It's gonna look much better. But it's not only the size. You're gonna see. Yeah, I would not do it. But if you are buying it on top of the C3, so don't get rid of the C3. Basically, would be my recommendation. Yeah, if you just get another, yeah, that makes perfect sense. But don't get rid of the C3, because the downgrade in size might not make you happy. So pre-order for 5090, I don't know, man. I asked the manager on Best Buy, and he told me that the pre-order started already and they sold out. And I'm like, how come? He said, yes, when you see on the website that it says that is posted there, and it's like basically what you see right now when you go to the website. He told me that means that they sold out, so they were on pre-order and they sold out. I'm like, I don't think so, but yeah, I'm not sure if he was sure about that. He was saying like a general thing, but I don't think that's actually what happened. A lot of YouTube channels are only able to tell the truth because they are already established. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and of course, Gamers Nexus can say whatever he wants. Linus, I mean, they can say whatever they want. Yeah. It is sort of a limited version because they know not everybody is going to purchase it. And this gives a big chance for those who purchase it to sell it at much higher prices. But NVIDIA doesn't care. Man, I think no matter what, they will sell out. So they should make as much as possible. They're going to sell out. Of course, what you wouldn't get scalpers if they were, readily available. That's what it is. 2,800 for a car is insane. Yeah, I am camping a Micro Center because, well, here's the thing. I would prefer to buy on Best Buy because I have the membership. Okay. So because I have the membership, I have I have a longer time to return it and all that, or replace it if it has an issue. So what I'm going to do is I already spoke with the manager. He promised me, you come here 2 or 3 days before, and I can tell you if we have them, if we will have them physically, and if you will have a chance of buying one if you are here that morning. He told me that. So I'm okay. I'm gonna take his word. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna ask him, hey, let me know. So if he tells me for sure, if you are the first one here, you're buying one, we do have them, then I will camp at Best Buy. Also because we have more Best Buys in the area. So that gives me a better chance. Otherwise, I'm going to Micro Center because I think I have a better chance there. Let's go off your morals and just chill for the easy money. Worry about integrity once you're established. So yeah, nah. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a matter of. Of course, it is a matter of integrity, but I don't think that's my concern. The thing is, for me to come here and tell you something that I don't see, it's not going to sound real. Like, I like live streams because live streams are real, 100%. So if we keep getting 3,000 views on the live streams, I much rather do live streams than videos, honestly. And I get paid less with live streams. So I cannot, the style of the videos, the way I do the videos, it is almost impossible to tell you something that's not, coming from within. Because I do not prepare what I'm going to say. I don't have a script. I do not have a plan. I don't know what I'm going to say. When I start a video, I don't know if the video is going to be 10 minutes or 1 hour. I don't know. And that's what I like. That's the way I like to do it. Real, raw. So I cannot tell you something that I don't believe because it's not gonna work. You see, most people edit the videos because, yeah, it's easier from one side. Of course, the editing part is very difficult. I don't do it. That saves me time. But it is very, very difficult to just hit record and just talk about something, because you might say something that you don't want to say. But that's the thing. If I say something, it's because it's real. See, if I have to cut the video, I don't want them to hear this, I am kind of hiding things from you. Does that make sense? Of course, I understand you want to, if you want to make the videos shorter and more, more concise, more polished, yes, editing has value, of course. But you get my point. If I hit record and I tell you everything I have on my mind without having a plan, I think that's more real, more genuine. And that has tremendous value. That's the kind of content that I prefer. Of course, I value, a reviewer that goes to the point and all of that, but that's the way I like it. So basically, there's no way I can be a chill for a review or a company, because that's not gonna work with the content the way I do it. It's not gonna come out real. It's not gonna be real. Okay, guys, so this is the hidden code to know if he thinks something is trash. He mentions getting a review unit and no review ever comes out. Then we know. Well, yeah. That hasn't happened yet, though. But yeah, that's what I would do. So with any company, I tell them, you send me the review sample. If I do the video, it's because I have something good to say, and I promise you I will be fair. I will be fair. So for example, I don't think it's fair if you review any of these GPUs. I don't think it's fair to say, "Oh, I'm not going to even mention, frame generation. Those are fake frames. So that's not real performance. I'm only going to tell you the real frame rate." I don't think that's fair either. So you cannot go all in and only show that. But I think it's not fair either to not even consider the frame generation. So that's where fairness comes into. I don't know, man. I don't know where the pre-orders start. You're right. For that price, 5090 should come in a SAF. I don't know what that is, but yeah, a Sapphire cube. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Bro is hoping his BFI agent is listening and tells NVIDIA to send the GPU in the mail. Well, if any one of you knows what I have to do, like in terms of send an email here or there, because I don't even know how to reach out to these companies. Honestly, I don't know. For example, I did reach out to this YouTuber display guy. And he's the same as Graphically Challenged, because he comments in one of the videos, and I asked him, "Hey, you've been longer here," and he does have a big channel. What can I do? And he told me, "Well, I can try to reach out to my contacts. I don't promise anything. Let's see if they want to reach out to you." So I appreciate that. That's enough for me to be very grateful with him. I really appreciate that he did something. So yeah, but nothing happened yet. Maybe I will get an email. That would be awesome. But yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. Reach out a YouTube channel and someone has a contact and can tell me, because I don't know. I don't really know where to reach. When I go to the website, it's customer support and stuff. Like, that's not the person. That's why I want to go to CES, because in CES I can speak with the companies. I can speak with people and see what's the email. Who do I have to reach? Because I would ask that question. Hey, what can I do? Who do I have to email to get more information, to see if we can collaborate, so I can get some review samples or some products for review. But yeah, let's see what happens. Why do you even want a 59? Well, that's a great question, man. Because I think if I will ever have the best GPU to play the games that are available at the moment with the best fidelity, is now. Because I think I'm going to get more busy later on in my life, and then I'm not gonna even be able to play any games. So it will never happen then. So if I don't get the 5090 now, it will never happen that I will have the best GPU and actually play some games, because I think I'm getting busier and busier. And I think the more I progress and go up, the less time I have to actually play. And I want to play, not just to make videos and talk about it. I actually like to play games. I'm not a hardcore gamer. Like, I don't play 4 hours a day every day or more. I play when I have the chance, and I see that chance is becoming less and less available. So I think it is now or never for me. That's it. So, because you have to think about that too. There are some people who have the cash available, but they don't have the time. I guarantee you, Jensen maybe he would like to play some games. He doesn't have time for that. Guaranteed. There's no way he has time to be 5 hours playing his favorite game, and maybe he would like to. And of course, he probably has the I mean, imagine the PC that Jensen has it at his home with an unreleased GPU that's just like absurd, 2000 watts, something crazy, or GPUs working together. Yeah, he doesn't have time to play. So you get the idea. That happens a lot. So yeah, I think it's better if you have just the console and you actually have time to play that if you have the best PC in the world, the best setup, and you have no time to play. Or I mean, Linus, for example. I'm sure Linus likes to play some games, but he doesn't have time for that. He's way too busy with his success. So that's the thing. The more successful you become, I think you get less and less time. So basically, I want to have the 5090 before I become too successful to actually play games. That's the thing. 4090 is just as good with a lot less power. Buy a used 4090 for around $1,200 and you're set. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But the excitement, the 59, and of course we have the multiple frame generation, which might come to all GPUs later on. But I want to definitely try that, especially if I get the monitors. At the end, if I manage to get some monitors for review, I definitely want to try multiple frame generation for 480 hertz plus. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, 4090 is king. Well, let me do this. Let me go. I think I'm gonna go to more recent comments, and then I will go up and down because I lose touch with the chat if I take too long. How much are you willing to spend for a 4090, for a 5090? 2,500 max. And you have to think about this. It's not the price of the GPU only. You have to put tax on top of that. So a tax is a percentage. So the bigger the number, the bigger the amount on top of that. So yeah, it's a lot of money. So I'm going to buy the cheapest one available. But if they have the ASUS TUF or the Astral or whatever, and the ASUS 5090s, they have 2 HDMI outputs, and I would prefer that. I would pay more if they are available. Otherwise, I am buying the cheapest one. They are all good. So yeah. Yeah, $4,000 on eBay. Yeah, but there's no way I'm paying that. No way. I'm not paying $1 or MSRP. What I'm saying is the MSRP of the cards. I have a 5800 X3D, which is gonna be bottleneck, but multiple frame generation to the rescue, and I know the frames that I can get on the games that I have, so it's not gonna be an issue. Aside from some very badly optimized games, Stalker, Jedi Survivor, there are some games that are very, very, very CPU heavy, or maybe you're trying to emulate Bloodborne to get 60 FPS locked without drops. You need a crazy powerful CPU. So CPU bottleneck will happen, but I think I'm okay with the 5800 X3. Will you be getting the S95F this year? Not this year, never. There's no way I'm buying the S95F because it has a matte finish and it has the One Connect box. That's a two big deal breakers for me. For example, with a One Connect box, you cannot. I've been playing this and loop here. With a One Connect box, you cannot use DLSR. So if I get a 5090 right now with the S95F, that's useless. That's completely useless because, not useless, I mean, you can play games at 4K, yes, and if you play Cyberpunk and you turn on ray tracing, all of that, you're not getting even 30 FPS at 4K. but I'm not turning on ray tracing and all that crap. I want more pixels. So for me, one of the biggest reasons why I want a 5090 is to go beyond 4K. And yes, there are some games that have a resolution scaling, an internal resolution scaling slider, which you can increase and double your pixels if you want, but not all games have that. So with a One Connect box, you cannot use DLDSR, you cannot use a custom resolution of 8K or whatever. You cannot do nothing about it. Nothing you can do about it. The CRU app doesn't work. The NVIDIA control panel is not going to let you do anything because of the One Connect box. So that's a big, big, big deal breaker. It is such a deal breaker that I let go the S95C, which is amazing. Amazing picture quality. It's the best thing. I mean, when it comes to brightness, HDR power, colors, the S95C is just ferocious. And I let go a 55-inch S95C for $760, brand new. That was a steal. Absolutely unbelievable quality of the picture. But of course, I had the dead pixel, but I could have just replaced it again and probably get a good one. But the biggest deal breaker for me was I want the 5090, I want more pixels. The S95C doesn't work with NVIDIA DLDSR. Now, there is a chance that NVIDIA changes that and allows DLDSR to work with DSC, display string compression, which is force. But on the S95C, even if you disable that, it doesn't work because of the One Connect box. So there's nothing you can do to make it work. And the S95F is going to be the same thing. Same thing. Not to mention, I mean, matte finish is another big deal breaker. So yeah, I would not recommend anyone to buy the S95F, even when it is going to be the best. I mean, when it comes to picture quality, still with the matte finish, it's going to be the best. The G5 is not going to come close to the S95F. When it comes to colors, no, it's not going to be close. But it has a glossy finish. It looks amazing, even with the lights on. So I would go with the G5 over the S95F, even when it's not as good. So yeah, that's how much I don't like the matte finish. You don't send an email when you complete their survey. They ask you which 2 YouTube creators you watch about their products. Huh. You don't send an email. When you complete their survey, they ask you which 2 YouTube creators you watch about their products. So what are you suggesting? Leave them a survey and tell them plasma. Yeah, let's see, man. We'll have 80 people in the chat, man. If we keep being so successful with the live streams, this is what I like the most, honestly. I like to do the videos, but live streams are better for me. I just better. Of course, we're not going to stop making videos, but I prefer the live streams. I agree. I'm more eager to see which other companies come out with a mini LED TV that have 3 or 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. Well, here's the problem with mini LED, man. The gaming mode sometimes doesn't look the same. And I ask FOMO that because I have no experience with mini LEDs for gaming. And I ask FOMO, for example, about this new Hisense trichroma technology. Samsung is also going to have that technology. Mini LED, RGB mini LED. And yeah, it looks fantastic. But on game mode, it's not going to look the same because it requires processing. So mini LED is still LCD. So for all the tweakings to get the contrast as good as possible, you need processing. And for game mode, you want less processing, so you have better input lag. So there's nothing that can compete with OLED on that. So yeah, mini LED is not gonna. They are great, but not for gaming. Not for gaming at all. So yeah, that's the thing. But I would still like to try one of those. Well, thank you very much, Moody Ali. Thank you very much, man. So yeah, said you ordered a G377 from Amazon, and they sent me an LG G4. Holy crap! Is that? I mean, we need proof of that, man. That would be insane. You should post a proof of that. That's insane. Ordered a G3 and they send you a G4. That's absolutely unbelievable. Well, especially for gaming, you got the G4 on game mode. Looks a lot better. On the G3, the game mode doesn't look the same as the older modes. So I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah, LG software is better. I'm very stuck between the G5 and S95F. I will get the G5. And again, the S95F is better. Picture quality is going to be better, but I would not buy it. Matte finish and one connect box. So yeah, I'm very strong. Feel very strong about that. I would not recommend anyone the S95F, even when it is the best TV in the world, because Samsung just ruined it with those two things. So yeah, let me go back and see one of the questions from what I was before. Okay. There is MSRP and there is the price you end up with because of low stock and scalpers. Yeah, I think the stores, they do increase the price, but I think that's gonna take some time. Like right at the beginning, I don't think they're gonna do that. So right at the beginning, they will have they should have their MSRP. Like for example, we should definitely see from MSI and the Ventus, for example, the MSI Ventus, it should be, let's see where it is. It should be the $2,000 card. And like, yeah, all of them should have their cheap card. I don't think the $2,000 card is going to go up, $200 because the demand at the beginning. Then later the stores might increase the price, but at the beginning, I think that's why I want to get it at release. So yeah, again, any of these companies send me the GPU, I will buy it. And I mean, they will get benefit because I'm gonna go crazy with any 5090. I don't care which one it is, they're all gonna be good, unless they have like a problem, like a defect or something. They're gonna be good. Yeah, different temperatures and all of that, but performance is gonna be great. I don't think maybe a coil wine or something might be bad, but I will be happy and I will go crazy with any of these 5090s. NVIDIA artificially limits supply to keep their value high. I don't think, I don't know why would they do that. They're just losing money if they artificially have less GPUs for sale. Yeah, the day for the 50 series GPUs is like a day before, I think. 5090 a day before, 5080 the same day, the 30th. So 29 reviews for the 5090, the 30th reviews for the 5080. So the 5080, if you go to buy it, you're completely blind. You have absolutely no clue that day if it's gonna be good or not. But if you wait, then you're not getting any. We're gonna look at the other way for a bit until he's set up. So which kidney are you going to remove to pay for a 5090? Well, let me tell you, I was expecting to to buy it with the tax return. The tax return is like $300. I don't know what happened because I usually get a big one, so I have to check that out. So yeah, definitely that was not planned. One thing to remember is that NVIDIA doesn't make the big bucks by selling 5090s to gamers. Yeah, they make the big money selling those 5090 dies to the enterprise sector. Yep, absolutely. Are you going to stream waiting for the line for the 5090? Well, I was thinking on that. I want to. But here's the thing. I might do it for a moment because my hands would get freeze. It's way too cold. Like right now, it's below 0. So that day, if it is hot, I will be streaming the whole time. I mean, I much rather be streaming than just standing doing nothing. I mean, it just makes sense. Why would I just wait? But the thing is, yeah, I can have my glove, and so I can, take my hand out, set up the stream, then start, and then put my glove back on, and then do the stream. But the thing is, I cannot touch the comments. I cannot highlight or anything because I have a big, thick glove. So, I cannot be on my car because I need to be online and on the line. See, so that might be a challenge. But at least 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just a stream to show you, hey, here I am. There's nobody here, or this is full packed, and show you this micro center. I will do it at least for a moment, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it for like the whole night because of the weather. But I want to. What I would like to do is I'm not going to sleep, just streaming. Talking about 8 hours. Yeah, just go full. Like the limit on YouTube is 8 hours. You just go the full 8 hours. That's what I wanted to do. RTX 5090 gigabytes. I think if you ask me right now, I'm going ASUS with the TUF. If they don't have that, I'm going with the cheapest one, and I will go with a Gigabyte, one of the cheap Gigabytes. See which a gaming OC, I think it is. Let me see, 5090 Gigabyte. Gigabyte. There you go. So it's a 5090 gigabyte gaming OC. This one, see, there's nothing special about it. This is the gaming OC. This should be close to $2,000, maybe like $2,200 or $2,100 or something like that. And I like that it has the triple support. So I can put 3 screws on my case. Like the ASUS TUF has only 2, which I don't know why they do that. So this probably, but it's a very high chance that I get this one. But I'll get the cheapest one I can get. A Founders 5090 supposedly sold for over 4,300. 13 people bidding on that. It started at 3,000. Yeah, I mean, I think it is very dangerous right now to go to eBay and buy one of those. I saw one for like $5,000. That might be a scam. Because of course nobody's allowed to be selling those. That's probably a reviewer that got one and is selling it, which is not, not allowed to do that. So yeah, that's some sketchy stuff. I would not even buy it, even if it was a regular price. I don't think that the performance increase is worth $2,000. Fake frames don't entertain me, and game developers aren't incentivized to optimize games for any other system except for consoles. Yeah, but I'm not paying $2,000 for the fake frames. It's a better, it's a very powerful GPU. It's not, of course, it's not worth that. There's no question. The thing is, NVIDIA has no competition. You want the best GPU, you have to buy that. That's why they are $2,000. But I'm not buying it for the fake frames. And here's the thing: frame generation, especially multiple frame generation, makes sense for very high refresh rate monitors. We're talking about 480 hertz plus. Of course, I'm still going to use it on mine because this is what I have. But the best thing about that technology is really when you can get those 480 hertz. That's amazing. So if imagine your base FPS is 100 over 100 frames. Over 100 frames is going to feel very responsive, and the artifacts when you do 4x frame generation should not be that bad. So I think that's gonna be amazing. So you get 480 with just 4x frame generation. I think that's gonna look very, very, very good. So that's a reason, because there's no other way you can get 480 frames per second, and you need that if you have one of those monitors. You need that. So, but yeah, if you have 4090, I mean, it's like 20% better on average, the 5090. In some cases, you get like 30, even 40% better. But worst case, you get like 15% better. That's not worth it at all. What's the benefit of having two HDMI ports on a 5090? What's the difference with display ports? Well, the benefit is that I usually have two TVs connected to my PC. So I would have a plasma, my Pioneer Kuro, and the S90D. So sometimes I like to use the plasma. Why? Because let's say I want to use ray tracing or something. I cannot run it at 4K, but at 1080p is feasible. Even with a 5090, some of these crazy games, I can just max them out completely on the plasma, and it looks different. So I don't want to be like, plugging and unplugging the cable from the back every time I want to change. Of course, I do have a splitter that I can use, but the splitter, the length of the cable needs to be a certain way for it to be 2.1. So I can still do it, but it's not ideal. And the other reason is, at some point, I want to try the triple 65-inch setup. And at some point, maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now, I'm going to get another QD OLED, most likely, or if there's something better. And I will put that at the center, and then I would have the S90D and S95C at the peripheral view. So I will do a triple NVIDIA surround setup, because then the vessels are very small, and I will have the vessels in the peripheral view. So that might be not bothersome at all, and it might be amazing. So I want to try that, and yes, I'm still need another one. So I might have to get an adapter, but it's not the same to have to get two adapters that you have to get one. So I just like it. And also, if one of the HDMI outputs starts to have like a false contact or something, then you have another one as a backup. So yeah, I just like it more, right, to have two HDMI outputs. Price, Prince Day Shuffle reviews for tomorrow. Last I checked, tomorrow reviews. So this is 22. Okay, well, that would be great. That would be great. They're gonna start leaking the reviews if they keep holding them, because everyone has the 5090 now. What's the first game you're gonna play on the 5090? That's a good question. It is not going to be Black Myth Wukong, let me tell you that. Why? Because I want to be like blown away. I want to be like, wow, this is just amazing. This is exactly what I was looking for. And Black Myth Wukong might still look kind of messed up, and I might not get the frame rate I need. So I might feel like the 59 is still not enough to have that game looking good, looking clear. So it's not gonna be Cyberpunk either, because I already beat the game, so I'm not like very, I have no interest other than, yes, I'm gonna, at some point, I will turn on ray tracing and be like, oh yeah, it looks nice, but I'm not going to use it just to play the games, because there is no way I'm buying a 5090 to play with DLSS performance, which is basically upscaling from 1080p. No way. That makes no sense. So NVIDIA keeps advertising that. And I think it is absolutely ridiculous to even suggest you buy a 5090 to play at 1080p because it has better lighting and shadows and stuff. That makes no sense whatsoever. So it's not going to be Cyberpunk either. I have to think about it. I think a good example, it's not going to be, I'm playing The Lost Legacy, which looks very blurry. That's one of the, it's a beautiful game, but it's so blurry. Even DLSS quality at 4K looks blurry. And it doesn't have, so probably that might be one. I think if I use the LDSR to get enough pixels, I think that might look good. And I can get 60 at least, and then use the Game Motion Plus on my TV. So get 60 frames, like crazy amount of pixels, and then do the interpolation with my TV. So that might be one to try. But if I really want to be happy with it, I think I'm going to try Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm going to turn off anti-aliasing, because you can use SMAA in Ghost of Tsushima, and it looks very good. It's very, very good. And that with DLSR is going to look fantastic. So I think that's a game I'm going to be like, wow, this looks amazing. Now, Ghost of Tsushima, I'm still not happy with the HDR. I was working yesterday on it. I recommended to increase the visibility near black. That's not enough. It doesn't look perfect. So I was using the color grading fix shader that I shared, and that improved things. But I still have to work on it. And when you use that, you lose performance. So I need that 5090 to brute force more pixels and use reshade max out to get the HDR fix. So that might be the one. That might be one to use to try the 5090, because it does look amazing. That game looks fantastic, very, very sharp. But let's see. Maybe Spider-Man is very, very easy to run. Ratchet and Clank, but maybe because they look amazing, so I can make them look even more amazing. So let's see what let's see which one I try. I'll show you. And also, you know what I want to try? I want to try the 5090. I'll show you. I want to try the 5090 with this. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to set this as a second GPU. And it's not going to be better, I understand, because my motherboard, when I do that, is going to reduce the lanes of the PCI Express of the main one. It's going to cut it in half. So I'm not going to get, the performance might go down significantly. And it might not make sense, but it's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna have this 3080 as a second GPU. And why would you why would you do that? Well, you can use PhysX and all the old NVIDIA stuff. You can do it with the second GPU, but of course the new games don't have that anymore. But with lossless scaling, you can use the second GPU to do the frame generation. And I want to try that. I want to see if it is true that the performance is not affected and the input lag is better too. So basically, if the 5090 is giving me 60 FPS rock solid, or 72, I'll use it at 72 frames, and I turn on the frame generation with lossless scaling on my second GPU, then it doesn't go down. The base frame rate doesn't go down from 72, and I just double the FPS. So I will try that. So, and also because it's gonna look, amazing. Just look at your PC and you have 5090. You have another 3080. I mean, it's just gonna be sick. But I need to get a 1200 watts power supply. I'm buying the power supply that day, most likely. If I get the 5090, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna get the power supply just to make sure I don't have any issues. I wanted to try with this 750 watt power supply, but I don't wanna blow it. I am almost sure it's gonna work, but I don't want to push it because if I break it, then there's no replacement. So then I'm gonna be without GPU. I'm gonna buy the power supply. So if I buy a power supply and I want to have both GPUs, it's gonna be 1200 watts minimum, just in case. You're gonna try to beat me at Micro Center. What time are you going? The 28th? Wait 2 days. Everyone that goes into a store, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm here waiting for the 5090. I'm number one. Only upgrade to 50 series if you're coming from 10 series or 20. Even with 5090, there will be games where you will need to use DLSS in performance. Real frame time to upgrade is when the PS6 release. If I have to use DLSS performance with a 5090, that game is trash, bro. Let me tell you. That's gonna be a rant. If I cannot use even DLSS quality on a game, that's trash. Because then what is the expectation for the rest of the people in the world? What are they going to be playing? A blurry mess? Pixelated, blurry mess? That's unacceptable. Yeah, I don't think it has to be one of these games that come with forced ray tracing, which I think it is absurd. It makes no sense. It has to be one of those games. Like a Stalker. We have a Stalker is also CPU bound. Based on what I've seen, Stalker is kind of broken. The optimization is kind of broken. It doesn't stutter that much, but that performance is unacceptable. Maybe at 50,000 subs, you'll get samples. Especially if you do GPU reviews. Well, here's the thing. I was saying, I don't, honestly, like thinking about it, the channel doesn't deserve any GPU samples and stuff because I don't do GPU reviews and I will not do them. Now, the thing is, if any of these companies send me a 5090, it will benefit them. Why? Because they send GPUs to other channels that are not huge, channels that are getting similar views as I am getting. And I don't, I'm not gonna come here and show you, look at this channel. It's getting 1,000 views and in less than 1,000 views in some videos, and he got a 5090. I'm not going to do that. Why? Good for them. I'm happy for them. I'm a little bit envious because I would like to get it, but happy for them. But the thing is, if NVIDIA or any of these companies thought that it was going to be beneficial for them to send the GPU to one of those channels, it would definitely be beneficial for them if they send me a 5090 because I'm going to go crazy. Okay? Viral moment guaranteed. When I open that 5090, it's gonna be crazy. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm not planning that. It's just going to come out. Okay? So that's definitely going to benefit them. We're not talking about me doing a review and showing you the numbers and Gamers Nexus style. I'm not going to do that. It's the feelings, bro. Okay, we're talking about a dream here, a dream come true. So yeah, that will benefit them. Absolutely. That video is gonna go viral. Let me tell you that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm gonna go crazy with that 5090. But at the end, that's okay. If they don't send me the 5090, I'm going to Micro Center. I'm going to camp outside. And if I get my 5090 after not sleeping for an entire day, I'm gonna go even crazier, because I worked for it. So it is even more deep, even more. And then it's like a free advertisement for them. Honestly, they didn't pay me for it, but it's what it is. Will you sell a liver for? Nah, that's no way. Health is number one, man. That's, you see, money is important, of course, but health, health and family, bro, number one. There's nothing more important than that. Nothing more important than that. So yeah, money is good, but forget about it. My health is my number one asset. I have AM4 and a 3080 too. I might get a 5080 and keep my 5700 X3D. Yeah, absolutely, that makes sense. You don't have to have the top of the line CPU. It's better. There's no question about that. And honestly, CPUs are so cheap in comparison. But the thing is, you have to buy a new motherboard, probably new RAM. So it becomes a little bit more expensive. So I will keep what I have. Maybe next year I will upgrade the CPU and the motherboard and all of that. So it doesn't mean I will not do it, but not right now. 5090 with DLDSR will nail 0.01% lows on AM4's chipset. DLDSR is CPU heavy. Ray tracing is CPU heavy. Yeah. DLSS is CPU heavy. NVIDIA drivers are more CPU heavy than AMD. All this decrease your 0.01%. Yeah, I mean, getting the fastest CPU is a no-brainer if you can. The thing is, 5090 is so expensive, I'm not going to have money remaining for that. And would it be better to get a 5080 and then use the rest of the money to improve the CPU? No, it would not be better. So I prefer to get the 5090. Should people with a high-end card upgrade less often? I have a 4090. Should that last longer before ready to upgrade than someone who got the 4070? Yeah, the thing is, usually the people who buy 4090 is because they have the, they have the ability to always buy and have the best, which is not going to be my case. Let me tell you, that 5090 is probably going to last me at least 4 years, bare minimum 4 years. Maybe because I have this channel and the channel keeps growing, maybe, and with the content I'm going to do about the 5090, maybe one of these companies, MSI, ASUS and stuff, they say, well, we need to send GPUs to this guy. He's going crazy with that 5090. Once they see that video, they're gonna be like, whoa, let's call that guy. And then at that moment, I'm like, yeah, I don't want a 5080. I have no interest in that. So like, what? So at that moment, after I have my 5090, I am not going to. I have no interest in you sending me GPUs, because I don't like to be like removing my 5090 and then putting the 5080, and then that swapping of GPUs and testing benchmarks. That's not I don't like to do that. I'm not going to enjoy that. So at that point, it's no longer relevant. But if it's MSI, I would say, well, send me a monitor. I don't want the 5080, but I would like to try your new monitor. So that's what I would like to do. But yeah, you will see. You will see. If I get that 5090, these companies are gonna be like, okay, well, because that video might go viral. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that video is gonna go viral. So you're now gonna get the 5090, not 4090. Yeah, I always said 5090. I'm not getting a 4090, no. 5090, because it is giving me what I was expecting. I was saying it. I want multiple frame generation, and I want something like asynchronous reprojection, and they did it. Of course, they didn't do asynchronous reprojection full on, but they are doing some of it with reflex too, and it's gonna work for all GPUs. But I still want it. Be there 5 hours before. Take some mushrooms. You're gonna be 5 hours before. I think that makes more sense. The thing is, what am I going to do if I go there from 6? My plan is I finish working on the 29, I'm going to Micro Center. I'm just gonna wait there until next day. But what am I going to do if I need to take a piss? I cannot be 10 hours without taking a piss, or 12 hours. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna have to bother someone to go with me, so we can take turns. Basically, is what it is. I'm gonna have to bother someone to go with me. You're at Micro Center right now. Well, ask them if any details. Let me know if they have any more details about the organization of the release date, if they allow you to camp outside, if they have any recommendations to get a better chance to buy a GPU. Ask them. When I asked them, they didn't want to give me any information, so it'd be great if you can get some intel. Or bring a piss bottle. But I'm telling you, we're talking about below freezing temperatures. There's no way I can take a piss on the bottle right there. I'm wearing gloves, There's no way I can, it's not gonna work. So yeah, it's tough. It's gonna be tough. Let's see how you get a 4090 for free. Yeah, I'm not getting anything for free, man. I have to pay for it. I've seen previews of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on the Pro, and it looks very promising. Makes me wonder how it will run on the 5090. Well, I have Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and that game looks amazing. It looks very, very good. And the developer said that 2 was going to run better, actually, and look better too. So I think that game is going to run very well. Now, Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was CPU heavy to get a high frame rate with the highest fidelity, but the highest fidelity, they make it clear this is like, this was designed for future GPUs like the 5090. So, but I think it's gonna run very well. Now the thing is, the only way I max out the graphics is if I am already getting the frame rate and the sharpness that I'm looking for. Otherwise, I just try to tweak the settings. So the way I set up the game settings is I lower everything to the minimum except the textures. I increase the resolution to get the best image I can. And I start playing the game, and I'm like, okay, I can see the draw distance is very bad. Like the LOD popping is terrible. Let me increase the draw distance. I keep playing the game, and I'm like, okay, shadows are fine. Sometimes shadows are like, they're blurry, but they're not like flickering and with shimmering, and they look like a non-defined mess, but it doesn't bother me. So basically, I'm not going to increase the shadow quality unless I see something that it bothers me. I'm not going to increase the fog or the cloud quality if there's not something that is bothering me. I don't increase that to not kill the frame rate. So basically what I do is I start playing the game, and I keep increasing things to see how that affects the frame rate. For example, I was playing High on Life again. I beat that game already. I'm playing it again. It's awesome. There's so much to laugh about in that game. It's just hilarious, in my opinion. It's just a must play. And I'm not even a big fan of first-person shooters. High on Life, highly recommended. So I was playing it again, and with that approach, I realized, okay, well, these two settings are the frame killers. And if I lower them, I can increase the resolution dramatically. Big time. And yes, I can see the difference, but not a big deal. One of the settings was the mesh shaders or mesh quality. And it was a big difference. If you turn it down, big difference that I could see visually. But the frame rate increase was dramatic. It was like huge. So I'm like, yeah, I much rather go there with more pixels. So yeah, even with a 5090, I am not maxing out any game. It will be very unlikely. It has to be the old game. Old game, you can max it out and get all the pixels you want. But the new ones, very unlikely. I'm not using ray tracing on any game unless it is like forced. And if it's forced and the performance is bad, I don't even play the game. So yeah, that's how I think. um, I'm getting in line for the 29th, 10 a.m. at Micro Center. 10 a.m. You think? So you think I should go earlier? So you mean the 29th, 10 a.m. You're going to wait 22 hours to get your 5090? That's gonna be tough. Now, I cannot do that because I have to work. I still have to work. I'm not sure 29 if it's. I didn't look at the calendar. Yeah, I'll check it out later. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I have to work. I think I have to work both days. So I have to be the first, get my 5090, go back to work. 500 hertz, 1440p, or 240 hertz 4K. We're testing the 5090 with FrameGen. Well, definitely 500 hertz. Definitely. Now, I would prefer the 4K 240 hertz because it's gonna look better. I think 240 FPS is good enough for playing your third person Elden Ring kind of game, although Elden Ring is locked. But that kind of game is fine. 240 FPS is very, very, very good. But for frame generation, yeah, the higher you go, I mean, 500 is gonna be fantastic. That's gonna be amazing. So yeah, you can get a very high base frame rate, and you can 4x that. Oof, that's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I want to get one of those super high refresh rate. I'm thinking about that QD OLED, that 500 hertz QD OLED. Yeah, there's Elden Ring has a mod. I used this one. I'll show you. This is what I use for Elden Ring. It is called flawless widescreen. I use here Elden Ring and I unlock the FPS. Flawless widescreen. I think there are other ways to do it. But yeah, that's what I do for Elden Ring. Have you checked the Micro Center launch? Yeah, they have a YouTube video. And I think it's basically go 1 hour before the store opens. They give you a ticket. So they recommend you to go 1 hour before the store opens. So go at 7 if it opens at 8. But if you go at 7, you're not getting anything. You're last in line. So you have to go. You have to camp. So, and they are not going to encourage you to camp outside the store, but that's the way. But yeah, I wanna check out that game. Is it like a free demo? I've seen some videos on YouTube. I think that game runs well, and it looks very well. It looks very good because like the character is cartoonish. I like what I see with that game. I'm definitely gonna try it. Micro Center store open at 9 a.m. local time. Oh, really? I think I saw mine was at 8. I'll have to double check. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that. My TV is 144 hertz. Yeah, that's too low for the 5090, bro. It is. Which settings are you going to aim? So what I'm gonna aim is 4K 72 FPS base frame, and I'm gonna 2x with frame generation. That's what I'm gonna do, so I can get more pixels. But of course, if the game is very easy to run, I can just get 144 real frames if I can max out the resolution. So that's what I have in mind. Yeah, I like it's Unreal Engine 5. Damn. However, though, about that combination, it's a genius. The game art style looks amazing. Yeah, that game, I like what I've seen. You beat the demo already. Yeah, I like what I see with that game. Is it Sekiro like? Is it or more like Devil May Cry, like just smash button, or you have to actually look at the enemy? Because that's what I learned to enjoy that with the Souls like games, and I can no longer play these games that is like gang, just mash a button and you win. So I have to I want to look at the enemy, and parry is what I like to do the most. So yeah, see how it goes. So it's a Souls-like mix, like Black Myth Wukong. Okay, I have not played Black Myth Wukong. I'll definitely will. That's one of the biggest reasons why I'm getting the 5090. I hope I'm not disappointed, man. I hope I can actually get it looking good. I'm very impressed with how much difference lossless scaling makes with the lighting and my console emulators. LS. It looks awesome. Difference with the lighting. I don't know if you're referring to lossless scaling. I don't know what you're talking about. It feels like Wukong. Okay. Yeah, I saw the trailer for what's the name of this game? It's like Ghost of Tsushima, but with Devil May Cry kind of combat. Zero, Blade Zero, something like that. I've seen a lot of trailers about that game. It looks amazing, but I was a little bit disappointed that the developers are like, "This is not Souls-like. It is not a Souls-like game." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm not that interested then," because it seems like it's not gonna be Phantom Blade Zero. It seems like I'm not gonna be like if it's just like smashing the button. It has to be challenging basically, and it cannot have difficulty modes. If a game has difficulty modes, I'm like, no, because usually you increase the difficulty, and what happens is that you take more damage, you make less damage, and that's not very interesting. I like games no difficulty, a slider, nothing. It's just hard, bro. You have to get good. Yeah, combat in the trailer was amazing. Yeah, but they are saying it's more like Devil May Cry, and I am not I'm not the biggest fan of that because Devil May Cry is very easy, but the game looks insane. Yeah, I'm waiting for your HDR workarounds when you get a 5090. Yeah, we can use more heavy stuff. I have to probably what I was thinking today was to do the RTX HDR video because I said RTX HDR was perfect and it is not. It doesn't work for originally sRGB gamma games, and I'm sure a lot of people are playing with crushing blacks with many games. So I have to see how can I show that, because me telling you, oh, if the game is originally sRGB, then it doesn't work. People are like, okay, how do I know? How do I know if the game is originally sRGB or Gamma 2.2? So yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. Sekiro, then that game is really hard. The hardest Souls-like, but it's different because you need to parry a lot. Yeah, Sekiro is very hard. I was fighting with a final boss like 2 months. 2 months, like every day I was like trying. I mean, the final boss has like 4 phases. I don't remember. It was crazy. Uh, it was crazy. I learned all the movements like by memory. I knew exactly, and I think that's what is satisfying about that kind of difficulty, that it becomes a dance with the enemy where you have to know everything he's going to do to parry. So you have to look at them and see which movement they're going to do. Now, I think the Souls-like formula has to evolve into the enemy, the AI, like learning how you are beating them without being unfair. So what I'm saying is, the flaw is that you learn the enemy movement and you know exactly what the enemy is going to do every time they start the animation, and then you just rinse and repeat. And they have to figure out a way to prevent that from being effective. Like, it has to be more like playing against a human, basically. So I think NVIDIA has some AI stuff that might improve that. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, Souls-like formula is what I like. Yeah. Did you game in Cuba? What was your first gaming experience like when you came to the US? Well, let me tell you, I beat the first Souls-like game that I beat was Dark Souls 3, and I played that on a 720p office monitor with a CPU built in. It was the Devil's Canyon CPU, but the one before that. It was not the Devil's Canyon. It was the 4770 with a built-in in GPU graphics, and that was running like garbage. I was surprised it was even running. So I beat Dark Souls 3 like that with a mouse without knowing that there was a button to lock in the enemy. So, the middle of the wheel to lock on the enemy, I didn't know, because the tutorial was in English and I didn't know English, basically. So I beat Dark Souls 3 with a mouse, less than 720p, terrible frame rate, like 40, below 30. And yeah, that's how I beat Dark Souls 3. So imagine the pain. That was hard. That was really hard. So then from there, I played Dark Souls 2 after that, I think. And then Dark Souls 1 was the last one. And then I Sekiro and the rest of them. But yeah, I didn't have a GPU. Then I got the 1050 Ti, which is the one I had when I started the channel, I think. Or no, I think the first video I did, I already had the 3080 with a plasma. I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption, and the 1050 Ti was not doing it. So, but the 1050 Ti was a gift. I was in Cuba and I had the 1050 Ti. It was a gift from someone who came from the US. So I was like, amazed. I beat GTA 5 with my 1050 Ti like 4 times. So yeah, I did have a gaming PC, but it was, of course, it was not like the best. But it was good enough. So did you play Red Dead Redemption 1? No, I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it. I will definitely. Will the review for the 5090 be out the first hour? Yeah, some people are saying that they're gonna be out tomorrow. I thought it was the 29th. Let's see. I'm not sure. Lossless scaling. It does an amazing job of upscaling the lighting rays in the games. The first time I hear that. Upscaling the lighting. Speaking of Souls, I feel it in my bones. 2025 will get Bloodborne 2. Well, we can already play that. Digital Foundry covered the demo. I've been following the progression on this. There's like 2 YouTube channels that are doing it. So I've been following how is the progression, but it's not perfect yet. It still crashes if you go. It still crashes. It's not I need it to be a little bit better still. And of course, you need to get the game for the PC, which is a challenge. Where do you get that? That would be really cool. Yeah, Sekiro's my last Souls I have played from FromSoft. I'm on the Dark Souls 3 right now. Okay, so you beat Sekiro. Okay, yeah, Dark Souls 3. I think it is a little bit more difficult sometimes. You can mess with Sekiro. Yeah, Sekiro is a parry. That's all you have to do. More difficult than Sekiro is Thymesia. That game is crazy difficult. That's a difficult game. It's almost impossible, actually. So yeah, I'm still fighting with the final boss, and I cannot beat it. Every once in a while, I try and I cannot beat that guy. The final boss. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's difficult. Was interesting that Classy said AMD GPUs have issues with HDR. No, it's not the AMD GPUs, it's the monitors. Some monitors. If you watch the hard monitors unbox and hardware unbox, mostly now monitors unbox, the reviews from Timmy, he mentions that in some of the monitors that HDR has some issues. So, but I don't think it's. Well, yeah, it's AMD, but I think it's the monitors because some monitors don't have the issues, so then it's the monitor. Then, you know, if some monitors don't have any issues and then some monitors do, then it's the monitors, not the GPU. Yeah. So yeah, I think we've been 1 hour 40 minutes. I missed a lot of the comments. I usually like to read them all, but I think we're getting too much. I have a PG32U CDM monitor, and I think I'll wait for the super version of 60s. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. I'm not sure which one it is exactly. But yeah, guess West Coast opens at 6 a.m. Yeah, there's a difference on the timing for Micro Center. So yeah, let's leave it there, man. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I like to do this live streams. Honestly, they are easier than the videos because I haven't had time to actually sit on the PC and play anything, so I can have something to share. And the live stream is just I go live and we get something out. The SS4 is supposed to reduce VRAM usage. Do you think a 5080 with 16 gigabytes will be enough for 4K? Yeah, I mean, the 12 gigabytes is enough. There are some games where you have to lower some settings. Like I'm playing also Resident Evil Village. Talking about difficulty, I always play horror games in the easiest mode because I don't like the difficulty of horror games. Like I'm not interested at all in that aiming. That's like a drunk aiming, and you have 2 bullets or something like that. But I still want to play the game because I want to see, what happens, and I'm enjoying. Resident Evil Village is a good game. I was not expecting it to be good. Actually, it's actually good. But I'm playing it on the easiest mode, and yeah, I cannot. I have to lower the settings on the game, but I would do that anyway because the performance increase is huge. So I will get the 5090 using the same settings, and I'm going to just get more pixels and max out the textures and everything, and see how that runs. And if it runs max out 144 frames, then I start increasing the settings. But yeah, there are some specific games where 12 gigabytes is not enough. But yeah, 16 gigabytes. If a game is using more than 16 gigabytes, it's rare. It's very, very rare right now. But once we have those GPUs out, then the developers are going to use it. Okay, so you're gonna see more demanding games. That's how it goes. And I think Nvidia kind of sponsors that. they have their GPUs with more VRAMs, and now they ask the developers to increase the usage, or to push more the boundaries, basically. So you have to upgrade. But yeah, Nvidia is giving you the bare minimum they can. That's for sure. Yeah, Indiana Jones, something like that. But Indiana Jones is like forced ray tracing. So yes, of course, that's what they're looking for. But Indiana Jones, I don't think I'll try it. I have not opened it yet, but from what I've seen, I'm not a huge fan of that, of what they're trying to do there. Because when you see the ray tracing on and off comparisons, I'm like, okay, both look bad. I'm like, yeah, because the reason why is how can I say, the whites and the lighting looks kind of washed out. The shadows too. I have to see it on my display, but from the comparisons I've seen, it's not like, oh wow, it looks so amazing with ray tracing. I don't think it looks great at all. But it's not as blurry, at least from what I've seen on the reviews. But let's see. When I try it on my PC, I'll definitely try it. That's why I'm waiting on the reviews to see how much VRAM decreases, because 32 gigabytes is the only option for 4K, I think. No way. 32 gigabytes is going to be super overkill. I think maybe there are other things outside gaming that you can, to take advantage of the 32 gigabytes. But what I'm going to try is I will try to see how can I load more of the game on the VRAM. And there are some games even where you can load the entire game on the VRAM by modifying the engine and all that. So I will learn how to do that, because that can give you a more super smooth, no stuttering, no fluctuations, nothing. So I will try. I will share that. I don't know how to do it, but once I have a 59, that's one of the things that I want to try, to see how can we use those 32 gigabytes all the time and actually take advantage of that, because most of the games are not gonna even touch that. Not even close. Not even with mods. Yeah, only selected games software needs to support the hardware. Yeah, that's the thing. With the new GPUs, the reviewers focus on the games, the way the games are performing. But you have to understand this. Really, if you think about it, that is all that matters, because at the end you're going to play those games. So you buy the GPU to play those games. So it is all that matters. But at the same time, if you look at it a different way, it's completely irrelevant, because if you are a developer, it's actually very easy to fully utilize a 5090. That doesn't take a lot of skills. Like, I learned how to do a little bit on Unreal Engine, and I can learn very, very easily how to completely, kill the performance on any gaming and utilize more VRAM. That's not the challenge. The challenge is to make the game look and run very good. So you're utilizing less. That's where the magic happens. So of course, the final result is what really, really matters. There are many games that run like crap and they look like crap, like Jedi Survivor. It has some things where you're like, okay, this looks good, but for the most part, the game is a mess, total mess. So judge to judge a 5090 because the game is terribly optimized, I don't think that makes any sense. The GPU by itself, the technology is there. Now we just need the software to take advantage of that. But basically what I'm saying is, if a game comes even close to fully take advantage of these GPUs, then it's going to be amazing. The performance should be amazing. So because the hardware is amazing, we just need the games to not suck, basically. Cyberpunk uses over 16 gigabytes, but not with DLSS 4. Yeah, I'm hyped for multiple frame generation. Absolutely. And let's see how well it works with 3x. 144 hertz. So base frame will be 48 FPS by 344. Let's see how that works. I think it might be very good actually, because with lossless scaling, it's not good enough. But maybe with NVIDIA, it will be good enough. So I will try that, because if that works, woof, I don't need to upgrade the GPU ever, probably. I don't need to upgrade the CPU either, because 48 frames per second is like, it's a joke. It's so easy to get. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just don't want you to have issues with the expensive card. You pick up one of the tennis girls yet? But it's very cold. It's very, very cold. That's the summer plan. That's definitely a summer plan. Let's see how that goes. Wonder how many FPS GTA 6, how many gigabytes GTA 6 will use. Well, man, GTA 6, I'm expecting best ever. Best optimized. I mean, I'm expecting GTA 6 to run on a potato PC, because Rockstar knows if it only runs on a very high end, gaming PC, and the consoles is 30 FPS, it looks like trash. That's not going to be very, very appealing. GTA 6, my prediction for GTA 6 is the best looking game you've ever seen. Nothing comes even close. The performance will be amazing. It will run like a dream. No stutters. It's gonna be like unbelievable. It's gonna be like you've never seen anything like that on your system. And when it comes to the game, it has to be the best game ever created. Nothing comes even close. It has to. The budget for GTA 6 is already like, some people are speculating it's like $2 billion. Just think about that. $1 billion. We're not talking about, $200 million. Like, no. B, the billion. So we're talking about the best developers in the industry, more than 10 years of development, all the resources, all the money, and all the time, no rush, because GTA 5 was so successful that basically they're taking their sweet time. So it has to be best thing ever. I think GTA 6 is gonna be so good that it's gonna destroy the gaming industry. It's gonna be so good that the rest of the developers are gonna be like, yeah, we cannot do that. It's unrealistic. It's unfair. GTA 6 has to be unfair competition. That's how good it has to be. It's like no way to you can get even close to that. So $100 for GTA 6 has to make sense. It has to. I think they're going to try to charge $100. But if the game is as good as I think it's going to be, it will be worth $100. That's my opinion. Anything less than the best thing I've ever seen is huge disappointment. Huge. It has to be amazing in every single way. So yeah, my expectation, my GTA 6 is the game you buy 5094. That's the game you have in mind when you're spending the big money on your PC, on your display. That's the game. That's my expectation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. Ray tracing in Cyberpunk is awesome. I'll try one day. I'm not gonna lie. I'll try it, but I don't think I'm gonna play with that. I mean, I already beat the game, but I just want to see how sharp it can look. So the DLSS performance doesn't make sense to me. How's it going? But it's the only option. There's only 16 gigabytes. I think NVIDIA is gonna come out with a 5080 Super or TI, and that was gonna be 24 because there was a box. There was a picture of a 5080 box with the 24 gigabytes. Maybe it was a mistake, but I think it makes sense. So a 5080 24 gigabyte for like $1,200. If they don't see the 5080 selling well or selling less than the rest of them, they might do that. Like $1,200, 24 gigabytes, the 4090 killer. But yeah, it's kind of a big hope. I don't think it's gonna happen, or maybe. I'm curious how DLSS performance mode at 8K will feel. That makes a lot of sense. You know, that's like upscaling from 4K. So that should look very good. It should look, of course, much better than 4K. That's for sure. So the thing is, for 8K, it has to be OLED. We had Classy on the other live stream the other day, and he said that. I mean, LCD, you need that perfect per pixel contrast to really see the 4K advantage. If you have local dimming and all of that stuff, it's not the same. So how many people have that LG Z, series 8K OLED? Now, many people, those are very expensive. So maybe we'll have to wait for that. Now, I am very excited about 8K glassless 3D displays. That's what we need. We need a monitor or a TV as big as possible, please. And I think if it's 8K, it's going to be big. But we need that to be 8K glassless 3D and at least 240, but it's probably going to be 120 hertz. That would be amazing. We need that. So you can get your 5090 through 8K or use the glassless 3D. When you do that, it actually looks like 4K. So you're losing half of the vertical resolution for the 3D. So that's why you need the 8K basically. But it's going to be very demanding. So yeah, I think the 5090 is going to be very good for 8K. Very, very good, especially with multiple frame generation. So you can use DLSS performance, 8K, and multiple frame generation. Easy. They're easy with way over 120. Now, where is that display? That's 240 8K. I don't think we're gonna get that this year. DLSS 4 actually reduces the VRAM. That has to be seen. Now let's see. They keep improving. Let's see. How do you feel about input lag with all this frame gen thing, especially when playing games that demand some reaction time? Well, I think Reflex 2 is going to blow everyone away. Reflex 2 is going to be fantastic, let me tell you. And Reflex 2 should work very well with frame generation. So let's wait for that. Because for all those people that are like, oh, fake frames, that's like terrible. Why would you do that? Once they try Reflex 2 with frame generation, they're going to be like, okay, this feels like the real thing. So it's of course, you can always turn it off and use Reflex 2 and make it even better. But the improvement on the motion is worth it. So I think that's what's going to really win everyone over. Reflex 2 is gonna be. So hopefully it's supported for all the games. Cyberpunk 4K Max with path tracing uses over 16 gigabytes. Yeah, but the thing is, why would you do that with a 5080? That's the thing. Like, I would not do it with a 5090, bro. That makes no sense because the sharpness of the game is not gonna be great. How do I know? Because I can use DLSS performance right now on my 4K screen. It looks like crap. Okay, so why would I have that image quality to use to get better lighting and shadows? It doesn't make any sense, bro. Trust me. You don't want to use path tracing and kill your performance that way. The day we turn on path tracing, you lose just 5, 6, 7 frames, then it makes sense. But cutting your performance in half or more, it doesn't make any sense. It's not ready, in my opinion. Path tracing is the future and all that, but it's not ready. It's not good enough. It's not performing well enough. You're playing with the we're playing Dark Souls 3 on NG7, 180 FPS with lossless scaling. If I die, it's definitely not the input lag, but the shooters would never use it. That's great, man. That has to feel great. 3x6, 170, 570, 580. You're paying for a software upgrade. It's a joke. 5070 to 5080. Paying for a software upgrade. Yeah, 5070 is looking good, but 5080 is better, like on paper. Maybe you mean the from 4080 to 5080. That's like 15% better, sometimes 10% or less. That's definitely you paying for frame generation. But yes. Yeah, it is not. I have 4080 Super playing Cyberpunk 4K DLSS quality max out. Settings with path tracing, it is not eating 16 gigabytes. Yo, what's the FPS you're getting with that, bro? DLSS quality with path tracing? That's gonna be demanding. 3080 to a 5080 to get 60-75% pure FPS increase, 100% increase with a 5090. So you think I'm going to get double the FPS with a 5090? That's what I'm looking for. I'm planning to wait outside Micro Center for 2 days to cop a 5090. Which one seems the best? I like MSI Vanguard. But the thing is, how are you gonna wait 2 days? Like, you're gonna be waiting and be like, okay, are you waiting for a 59? No, okay, I was just passing by. Okay, you're gonna be asking everyone, because if you're the only one doing that, then I don't know. But I might go there. I might go there at 28 and be like, okay, let me see if there's anyone here. If I see a line, yeah, let's go. I mean, let's just wait for it. 2 days. And then, I have my family bringing me the food and stuff, and, making turns so I can go to the bathroom. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we've been for 2 hours. I'll finish in a moment. This is so, let me tell you, if you ever do this, like live stream stuff, like you feel like you can be doing this all day. It is so, you have no idea how entertaining for the brain it is. It is addictive. Live streams are so good, they're addictive. This is what I like the most about the YouTube channel. I like the live streams more than anything. That's why I'm saying I would be live streaming the whole night. I'm waiting at Micro Center. I will be live streaming the whole night if I can, nonstop. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just gonna be live streaming. It's gonna be, well, of course, my phone is gonna run out of battery. Actually, right now I was charging and it's at 100%. Let me unplug it. Yeah, imagine if GTA 6 released on the Switch 2. Yeah, there's no way. Absolutely no way that runs on the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is still not, it's not great. Just beat Sekiro, playing Lies of P now. I love parry games. Yeah, I'm playing Lies of P too, and I'm like stuck with with a giant that seems to have like infinite health. Like you keep hitting the guy and it's not even moving. So I keep fighting with that guy. And there's also a long way to get there. So it's kind of not very encouraging to repeat a lot. Don't like Dutch roll simulators. To me, pairing keeps the player in the fight. Dutch rolling takes you out of it. Yeah, I prefer pairing too. Absolutely. Be with a billion. Well, I'm very far from the Ariel brought it up on the stream screen. I'm way far away with the chat. Yeah, no tent, just a folding chair. Yeah, I was thinking about I have a folding chair. That's insane. We're planning how we're gonna buy a $2,000 GPU. I have a folding chair, but I was thinking what happened when I go inside the store. But yeah, if I come with someone, he can keep it. But yeah, to stand up the whole night, it's not gonna be very fun. So I do have the folding chair. I've been camping at Micro Center since Jensen announced the 59 stage. You guys are late, man. And how? But here's the thing: if there is no one waiting in line, and you're the only one, how is that effective? See, that's the thing. If I go there the 28th and I see that there are people camping already, then I'm like, okay, who's the last one? I'm behind you in line, and I will wait there. But I believe I'm going to go there 29 at 6 p.m. and there's not gonna be anyone waiting for it. I don't think it's gonna be anyone, and I'm probably gonna be there waiting until like 3 a.m. or 5. Someone shows up, and then people start coming when we get close to 7 a.m. That's what I believe, but I have no experience on this kind of stuff. So you let me know if you've done this before. Better safe than sorry, that's for sure. But the thing is, I just don't want to be like waiting for no reason if there's no one there. Let's see. I think the DLSS quality looks good, but anything less looks like shit. Well, it depends on the game. But yeah, DLSS 4 image quality has improved more. Yeah, they have this new transformer model, neural rendering all the bus. Let's see how that works. But yeah, very high FPS. You're happy with 60. Yeah, you can get 60. You use frame generation, you're good. That's the thing with frame gen. If you can get 60 plus, you're good. And just generate the rest of it. You can frame gen, you get like 50, depends on the zone. So with frame gen, you get a 50 FPS. Without frame gen, you get 30. Oh no, bro. So you're telling me you are using path tracing to get 50 FPS? Oh my God. Bro. Turn that crap off, man. I would turn that off immediately, bro. Like, no. No way I'm getting 50 FPS so I can use path tracing. No way, bro. That is crazy. Not enough subs for a sample car? SUS made subs to help you out. Well, thank you very much. I think it's not a matter of the subscribers. I think the most important thing is the views. There are some channels that have a lot of subscribers and they have similar views. They have like almost 10 times the amount of subscribers that I have, and they have similar views, or sometimes even less. And I think that's more important. Definitely the way we make money on YouTube is with views and duration, like how long people watch the video, the hours. So I think we're doing great, man. This channel is killing it right now. We have 74 people in the chat. That is amazing. That's absolutely crazy. The last live stream, we have like 4,000 views already. That's just insane. That's amazing. So I really appreciate you guys. All the support. So yeah, sometimes when I have a good video, I'm like, how am I going to follow up that, man? Sometimes I am surprised with myself because I don't plan the videos. I don't know how the video is going to be, if it's going to be good or not. I don't know. So sometimes I finish the video, I'm like, man, that was good. How am I going to keep it up like that? How am I going to match or make it even better? That's tough. That is very tough. And here's the thing. I am trying to learn from this channel and apply what I'm learning on this channel for even my guitar playing, because I think the most important thing is to like what you do. And sometimes with my guitar playing, I don't like, because I'm hypercritical, like hypercritical. And on the other hand, with the YouTube channel, when a video is not very good, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, next one will be better. And in that way, I only focus on the videos that I am happy with. And I think that's what I have to do with my guitar playing, man. It's okay if I record something, it's not great, just throw it out there, man. Next time will be better. But the thing is, it's so difficult to do that with the guitar playing because of the ego. See, with the YouTube channel, I'm like, okay, English is not my native language, so if I make a mistake, that's fine. I'm doing great. I can speak English, you know. But with the guitar, it's different. Like I can't. It's harder. So I'm trying to learn that. But yeah, I think the channel is killing it, man. Channel is killing it. Again, I'm not going to bring up, and show you other channels that they are getting a 5090. Good for them, and I'm happy for them. Okay. But at the same time, I was a little bit envious today because I was like, man, I'm getting more views. I could be getting a 5090 right now. And instead, I have to go to Micro Center and just not sleep the entire day just to see if I can buy one. That's crazy, man. So yeah, if anyone knows how can I get a hold of one of these companies to buy it, I mean, I don't even need it for free. I will buy it at 5090. I just want to make sure I get one. Just let me know. So yeah, that's the thing. The jacket, I mean, this jacket is kind of messed up. I don't care too much about clothes. I mean, at this point, you should know that, because see, look at this. See if you can see this. This jacket, if you can see that, is broken right here because I was skating with this jacket one day and I fall and destroy the jacket, and I don't care, man. Am I going to buy another jacket? No way. So I don't really care at all about clothing and none of that stuff. And actually, that's one thing I could definitely improve on the channel, the lighting and the setup, basically. But that's not my thing. That's why I don't improve it, because I don't really care that much. But I know people do care, and it would definitely benefit if I improve that. But yeah, I'm the NVIDIA devs. I am the NVIDIA developers. Have seen your videos. I'm not sure why they didn't send you a card, to be honest. Yeah, man. Well, but again, I think any of these companies, if they feel like sending a 5090 to many of these channels that I'm talking about that have similar views that I'm getting, they would definitely benefit from sending it to me, because I would also get those views. But to be fair, I have not been I don't do reviews. Like I haven't been getting more GPUs for review and none of that. And some of those channels that I'm talking about, that's what they do. So to be fair, they deserve it more than me because that's not the kind of content that I do. Now, if MSI or ASUS or Gigabyte, they send me a GPU, they send me a 5090, I'm gonna go crazy. You know, it's going to benefit them because it doesn't matter which one it is. I'm gonna be blown away with it. See, I'm going to cry. I don't know what's gonna happen. So something's gonna happen. So yeah, it would be beneficial for them, basically. And I would still buy the GPUs. They are not losing anything. They are not losing anything by sending me a GPU. It will be beneficial for them. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. A few streams ago, I asked you what video games have the best music in your opinion. Oh, Batman Arkham Knight. It's my number one. Especially that intro. Oh man, that intro is just that's the intro where they show Batman, that panning shot where the camera is going from very far away and then it goes up to where Batman is and then it gives a 360 to his face and it's raining and the rain is that's just like epic. One of the most epic audio visual moments in video game history. I actually did a video about that. So yeah, man, let's leave it there. I mean, we've been for over 2 hours. Let's see what happens. Let me know. Drop a comment if you know how to. If anyone sees this live stream and knows how I can get a hold of these companies, let me know because I have no clue. Like I've never even tried. That's another thing. I ask myself, do I deserve to get a 5090? Not really. That's not the kind of content that I do. I don't do reviews. I don't do GPU reviews. I haven't done a review for any product, actually. So I don't deserve that, honestly. And the other reason is I haven't even tried. So I cannot complain that these companies don't want to send me a 5090. I have not tried. How many emails have I sent to them? None. I have not sent any emails. But the thing is, I don't even know what's the email I should try to send them, because if you go to the websites, you can see their, you go to MSI website, you can see like customer support and all of that, but I don't see like a marketing manager or something. I don't know who I should reach out to, honestly. So yeah, that's why I'm not getting a 5090. I have not even tried because I don't even know how to try that. That's why I need someone. I'll keep searching like how to get a hold of them. But remember, I am new to social media. Maybe someone would say, well, just go to Twitter or X or something. I don't have Twitter. I don't have X. I don't have TikTok. I don't have Facebook. I created an account to buy and sell things from the marketplace. That's it. I'm new to social media completely. In Cuba, we didn't have social media at all. So I only have YouTube. I have no idea how to reach out to this company. So if anyone knows, just drop that in the comments, and yeah, I'll try. See if I can. But I think it's a little bit too late. But I think if any of these companies want, they can send me, and in 2 or 3 days, I can have the GPU here like very fast. So yeah, I just need one 5090. Thank you very much. Nothing else. And I'll go crazy with that. And I'll pay you for it. I mean, what a deal. What a deal. I'll pay you for the 5090. I'm going to make at least one viral video with it. After that, I'm going to make like 100 videos with it. I mean, what do you have to lose? Like, they are not going to lose anything. I'll pay them for the 5090. And on top of that, I'm going to go crazy with it. That's such a win-win. I mean, it's a no-brainer. They just need to They just need to send it to me. That's it. I deserve it because I would test that 5090 like every atom of that 5090. I'm gonna make so many videos because reviewers, they get the card and they get another card and then another card, and it's like it's not the same level of, this is the GPU I'm going to use. Like, I'm not gonna be, that's it. So I'm gonna tell you all about it. That's what I do. I got the LG C1. I made 300 videos about the LG C1. That's not a review. That's like a lifetime of experience with the product. That's what I'm gonna do with the 5090. I mean, what better way to showcase your product? It's excitement, like continuous testing and reporting. I mean, I'm gonna show you everything, absolutely everything. It's a no-brainer. On top of that, I'll pay for it. I don't even need it to be free, bro. I would pay for the 5090. How much is it? $2,300. I'll pay for it. Send me this Gigabyte Vanguard. How much is that? $2,400. I'll pay for it. Just send it to me. I'll go crazy. Isn't that I mean, it's just a win-win. Absolutely. One only card to test is Ada Lovelace by Intel. Yeah, but the thing is, Intel doesn't come close to the performance of the 59. Yeah. You're supposed to start with PS2 games. Ariel, why use pink PS2? Yeah. Oh, the Assassin's Creed Ezio games. Yeah, I don't remember. That was such a long time ago. But yeah, let's leave it there, man. Thank you very much for all of you. We had consistently over 70 people in the chat. Oh, it's amazing. Thank you very much for your support. I will keep trying my best to reply to all the comments, except the 60,000 videos, 60,000 views video. For the rest of them, I still answer to all the comments, but it got a little bit out of hands with those videos, and lately we've been getting a lot of views. But I always try to reply to everyone, at least to read the comments. But sometimes people, 3 pages long comments, and I have 500 comments. It's difficult to keep up. So what I do is I left those for the end, but I try my best to reply to everyone. So yeah, thanks everyone. You guys have a good one. I hope you get a 5090. If you're camping, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I will be see if I can do the live stream camping at Micro Center, and you guys have a good one. Hopefully we can all get what we want. Hopefully the scalpers don't buy them all, and then we have to, the thing is, I don't get the 5090 for the channel exclusively. I want it for myself, but if I can get the 5090 at release, it's better for the channel too. After release date, the hype goes down and the videos are gonna have less views, obviously. So it would be better if I am spending that money anyway to get some benefit too on the channel, obviously. So yeah, let's see if we can all get it. If we can all get that. So I can't wait to see the 4090, 5090 performance in frames. What is the least amount of frames you would consider acceptable from the 5090 over the 4090? So I am afraid you're gonna see some examples where it's like 15% better or 10%. That's going to suck. That's gonna be bad. That's not good at all. Especially if the 4090 gets the multiple frame generation, that's gonna be like nonsense. Like, why would you do that? And you're paying more money too. So it's like paying 25% more money for 30% better performance. and not in every case. So yeah, it's not gonna be great, but it's still gonna be the best. And yeah, multiple frame generation is gonna be better. So yeah, let's leave it there. Yeah, prices in other countries is gonna be even more difficult, even more. Yeah, the US is the best. Other countries is gonna be a lot more difficult to get one. It's gonna be more expensive too. But yeah, performance always. We never know until we try. But yeah, let's leave it there, man. Thanks for everyone who showed up. Guys, have a good one. If you have any ideas for the next videos, anything, let me know in the comments. I still have the RTX HDR video pending. I still have to try, and like, it's so, imagine how busy I've been. I have not tried yet. I received a 3D glasses prototype. That's amazing, man. It doesn't work for gaming, honestly, and that's the reason why I have not dedicated the time I have to dedicate to make the video. But man, I don't feel like bad, but I'm like, man, I should have done that video way. I mean, I'm talking about, like, I had this prototype for like 3 months, more than 3 months. It's basically active 3D glasses with a device that goes and clips on the TV, and that gives you 3D for all video content, as long as you play that video content on a specific player that is using AI to do the 3D simulation. And that was sent to me, and it's already fine-tuned to work with the LG C1. And the thing is, I already tried one prototype, but I updated the firmware and I messed it up, and they sent me another one. And I haven't had time to try that. But I have to make that video, even if it doesn't get a lot of views or whatever. I have to make that video, but I need time to test that and fine-tune it so I can tell you. But yeah, it's sad that I haven't done that video yet. So I have to do that. I have to do that video at some point. And yeah, I have a lot of other videos that I haven't had time to cover. But if you have any ideas, any of the news, because I've been busy. Sometimes I don't know exactly everything that's going on because I don't have time to study. So you let me know. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, everyone. So yeah, let's leave it there, man. Take care. You guys have a good one. Bye.